What's going on, everybody? Matt from MCMoto. Today, we're going to be installing an engine guard and a skid plate on a Suzuki V-Strom 650. Let's get into it. So to start, we have to take off these two black side panels by removing this bolt and then popping them out of the rubber grommets. That's going to give us access to the 4 mounting bolts on each side that these engine guards are going to mount onto. They're located right here. Next, Will, the owner of this bike, is placing the 4 spacers into the mounting holes, then installing the engine guards, making sure to hand tighten the bolts before using any power tools. That will ensure that the bolts don't get cross-threaded. It's pretty basic install for these engine guards, and even the skid plate. I think it's a total of 12 bolts and some spacers. All those are in? Yep. Well, we'll lean her back over. Let's get those torqued. So we're going to torque these down to about 16 foot-pounds since they're going into aluminum. Come with me to this side, if you dare. And don't worry about that little guy. Nothing to see there. It'll be fine. Your engine guards are installed. Now the skid plate. That one's out. That one could be wiped down. And these adjust forward and back, which is nice for lining it up. I don't know if this is OEM or aftermarket. Oh, it's got a DL on it.
He said OEM whenever talking to me.
It's totally possible. Look at that. Very nice fit.
Oh, look at that. He even has a cutout for draining the oil for oil change.
Yeah.
It looks like I might have to take it off to get the oil filter off, though.
No, yeah. Where's the oil filter? Oh, yeah, right there. Yeah, I would. Otherwise, the oil filter will drain all up in there. All up in there. I got the other bolts over here. Just hang tight, and I should have these on here in just a second.
Hey there, little dead spider. Oh, wait, sorry.
Okay, good.
Can't mention dead spider on YouTube.
We should have done this in the fall. It is hot.
It is. It's not as bad as it could be, though.
No, that's very true.
Especially for where we are.
Some rubber caps. If you want to put one on each side, or
Yeah, let's do that.
probably the front one.
You can tighten them back down there.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true. You are the other cheek to my half-ass job.
Oh man, I haven't even gotten a good look at it yet, and it still looks cool.
Yeah. That's good enough. Crash bars and skid plate are installed.
Almost like it was made for.
Almost. Very cool. That wasn't too bad. Let's see just how old this fluid is. And the way you tell is you taste it, and if it tastes like metal, I'm just kidding, that would kill you, or at least poison you. That is pretty dark. My recommendation would be to change it and flush it.
Okay.
I just happen to have a fresh bottle of .4 brake fluid. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to suck out all the old fluid out of here so that we're starting with fresh. We're going to fill it with fresh fluid. There's a drain valve right down here that we attach this hose to, and then we start the bleeding process. And all it's going to do is take all this fresh fluid, push it through your hose until we see fresh fluid coming through the hose, and then it's flushed. I'm going to get all this old nasty stuff out. It even smells funky. It smells like fried chicken. I think they used canola oil as your brake oil. Get your brake fluid changed at KFC. Let me grab a rag because brake fluid can be some semi-nasty stuff on like paint and if you let it sit. All right, let me get some fresh fluid in the cylinder. See how clear it is? Kind of overfill it a little bit because it's going to suck it through. And as it gets lower, I'm going to keep filling. We don't want this to go empty while we're doing brake stuff. So I'm going to put this tube on the little bleeding nipple. I think that's what it's called. That's what I'm calling it. And I believe this is a 5/16 wrench. So I'm going to open it, depress the brake lever, pump fluid through, close it, then release. That keeps all the air out of the system. So we're open, pump, close, release. Open, pump, close, release. I don't know if you can see down here at all. Look how clear that is compared to the nasty yellow stuff down here.
Pretty big difference.
Yeah. And up here, we top it off. Pump the brakes a few times, build up pressure. Nothing feels spongy, it's gripping. How clean that is. Let me give the wheel a spin. Brakes work. All right, front brakes are done. So for the back brakes, I think we need to take, this side panel needs to come off. To get to them, we had to take off the side panel, this fairing over here, and the back trunk mount. To get to this little guy, it's an adorable little rear brake cylinder. Let's see what we got in here. I bet it's gonna be funky. Bet it's gonna be nasty. It's not horrible. That's a gross noise. Sorry for that, folks.
A little tweak.
Yep.
The natural part of nature.
Nature's farts. Yeah, that one smells like chicken too. How weird. How weird. I got most of it out. We're gonna put some fresh fluid up in there. That is mixed with the funky fluid, so it's not super clear yet, but we'll bleed it out. So here's your rear brake over here. I'm going to loosen, pump, close, release. Loosen, pump, close, release. And it's already drained that out, so let's add some more. Now it's nice and clear in the cylinder. You want to do your brake fluid about every 2 years, regardless of the mileage. Moisture will build up in it and it'll start to degrade. And your brake power will be compromised. It's a much smaller cylinder back here. Another pro tip is I purchased this brake fluid about a month ago. You always want to get the smallest bottle that you need, because if this stuff sits for over a year, it's pretty useless. You don't want to get more than you need, because it's just going to degrade over time. If there's humidity in the air, moisture is going to get into it. And don't throw this in the trash. Don't dump it down your sink. Don't put it in the grass. You can take this stuff to any Walmart and they'll get rid of it for you safely. Unless you want to contaminate your groundwater and be an environmental jerk like Rocca ADV. Just kidding. See how much travel now?
Yeah, it's a lot of people.
Guarantee it. So here, feel your front brake now.
That's a lot better.
Yeah. So play around with it. When you take it for a test ride, play with the brakes a little bit.
Yeah.
Go do gradual braking, because they're going to be a lot crisper and more reactive now than you have felt them yet. And just like that, the engine guards are installed. Skid plate underneath is secure. Brake fluid's changed, chain is cleaned, this bike is inspected, and this will be leaving the MC Moto garage much better than when it came in. Folks, if you stuck around for this, very proud of you. See you in the next one.
Thank you.
Take it easy, man. Be safe out there. My bike over here has a fraying wire. So next time on MC Moto, we're gonna take the rear wheel off of my 2006 Victory Vegas and figure out what the heck is going on with this wire.